Hello, my name is Angela and welcome to Green Acre Homestead. Today we are going to do something a little bit different than we've been doing, and it's going to be in the garden, which is kind of weird because it is almost winter time, but I want to do a little bit of a flower farm. For now it's going to be for friends and family, but maybe one day it'll be for income. So here I have a Birdies bed that we got from Epic Gardening. It is one of their new and improved beds. It is also one of the tall models that I find to be a lot easier since I have back issues, so I don't have to squat and get down to work in the garden beds. This type allows you to pick several different shapes and sizes out of this one box. Not quite sure which one we're going to put together yet, so it'll be a surprise for you and me as we get to putting it together. We are going to place this bed to the side of where all of our other garden beds are. We want to keep it kind of in a grid form so it looks like it's supposed to be here and it fits. We're going to put it to the side closer to the greenhouse and space it off so we can add on more later, which we plan on doing.
I'm making a special appearance to let you know these beds are heavy, so definitely get some help when you load, move these, or carry them around. Or open the box wherever it's sitting, get your pieces out, and carry it to where you need to go. Oif! Right here?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Go ahead, Elijah. We'll lock them out. I hear you purring. Okay. All right, now we can work our way up.
We aren't doing the extra 2 pieces?
Huh?
We aren't doing the extra 2 pieces over
That one goes behind Mommy. So these beds are different. It is a new design, as Angela said. These do not come with the threaded rods for the bracing and the castle nuts to go on the outside, just like what you saw us do with our original 8 beds. Instead, these actually come with a brace rod or a C channel actually, and it's a steel beam that you put in place. Beam's kind of a strong word. It's a steel member that you put into place inside and then bolt it to the bed. It makes a uniform section. Instead of a threaded rod brace, there is a special twisted wire, but it's stiffer than a wire. This is probably maybe a 10 or 8 gauge steel. It slides down your rod, and then you put it at a certain height and it sticks out like that. You have to install the brace wire with the brace C channel at the same time. You can't add this after everything's bolted together. So whenever you have it hooked into here, you're going to have these wires that kind of stick out into the center of your bed. Then, depending upon your configuration, you will either use 1 or 2 of the other center connector wires. It's all explained very clearly with the instructions. And you'll attach this piece to the other one that corresponds to it across the bed, and it holds everything together. Inherently, I think this has some pros and some cons I'm a little concerned about. The pro is definitely you have a large surface area that you're bracing most of the entire height of the bed right there. So this C channel is great. What I'm a little concerned about is the strength overall of the brace wire, and also the fact that there is no adjustability to it. There's not a rod going through the outside of the bed for us to tighten down the nut and bring the sides in if we need. But time will tell if that is truly an issue or not for us. And you guys know us, if we have any issues, we'll definitely tell.
That noise almost sounds like a drill. I really like this tool.
Yep, that's got to get filled right in that mine. Okay. 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 We're ready for the next one. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Working hard down there?
Putting the bed together wasn't so bad. It's just kind of tedious having all the nuts and bolts to put together. I found this to be very, very nice to use for the inside, holding the nuts and then putting them on. Because your little fingers, especially with the channels for the new support, it makes it really hard to get your fingers in there to do that. So one of these really, really helped. Now that everything is leveled, we need to go around and tighten up all the bolts. We can do that from the outside with a drill to make sure it's not too tight. Then we will start filling it from the bottom. We will not forget our supports that go in the middle. You'll see us put those in too. So this is a hard plastic that keeps you from bending the top or getting scratched by it or anything. And you basically just press it over and it stays. But it can be kind of hard to press it over, especially at the joints.
Our last step is to put some of our purchased from the store soil in the top of this bed. Hopefully it'll give us a couple of inches, maybe about 3 or 4 inches of coverage for the top, so that we put the best soil at the top for the bulbs that are about to be planted next.
So while Sam is finishing up behind me, I wanted to show you guys the tulips and the daffodil bulbs that I got. I got some of these from a local supermarket, and then these were half off at Lowe's since it's the end of the season. I figured, why not? I'm going to put them in the ground. I am going to place these very close together, kind of like flower farm style. That way they are going to be used for cut flowers, not for just growing year after year. And then they can be pulled up next year and then separated if need to be, and done the same thing every year.
I'm just here to say we can finally answer the question, who cut one?
Who cut one?
Get it? Cut flowers?
Oh.
That'll be you. You're gonna be cutting a lot of ones.
Yeah. I missed it.
That's alright. Maybe someone out there got it.
So I have a friend that has been helping me with the flower farm type thing. It's something that she does. And she recommended to space them as you would in an egg carton, as close together as that. And that's about how dense you want to place them whenever you're doing them for cut flowers. So I started out by just kind of making a trough, and then I'm going to fill them in and then cover it over.
What'd you do that for?
I did that so I can keep track of where my rows are. I'm doing that on each end. That way I don't like curve over into one or something like that. I'm trying to keep them straight.
While Angela is going to continue planting bulbs, we are going over here with the tractor to our chickens in their tractor, chicken tractor. It's time to move them to fresh pasture. I'll just let you guys see a little bit of diversity here. Also see that we do have chickens. We don't talk about them much because these guys are pretty much automated. We just fill up their water and feed and move them every other day. It's a piece of cake. Keeps us in eggs, that's for sure. So let's go ahead and do that while Angela has more fun playing in the dirt. Alright, I've pulled you over here mid-planting. You have the hands to prove it. I want to talk a second before we lose our light about this new version birdie bed and compare it to our others, because that's the goal of this video. Epic Gardening sent us the bed and wanted us to try it out and give our opinions since we have the other beds versus this one. I say first and foremost, this bed is larger. It's actually a 4 foot by 8 foot bed, and these others are more like, what, 3.5 by 6.5?
Somewhere in there, yeah.
So that's cool, it's bigger.
And it's the same color as the rest of the beds, so if you have some of the old style beds and want to add the new style beds, they match.
Right, that would also bug me. So, awesome on that point. As far as the new bracing or resisting the bowing feature, I like the bars on the inside of the bed. I don't know if I like those metal hooks. They were a little difficult to put together, so if you do this, consider hooking those together before you fill it up with dirt.
Even a little bit.
Yeah, and then, you know, time will tell whether or not it does great, or they stretch out, or there's issues from it. So, I guess that's the whole reason we're here, is to show
the differences.
Yep, and I mean, it'll sit all through winter and everything, and next year when we get into garden season, we'll definitely show you guys the difference, and just compare original versus new and improved style with the bars and the hook wires, brace wires.
Brace wires. Well guys, that about does it. I have a couple of 100 bulbs in there, and I cannot wait until spring when they start popping up. It's only going to be a few months away, which is pretty surprising. I got my hands nice and colored. It's good for the endorphins or serotonin, heck, oxytocin, one of those good things that makes you feel good. Love getting my hands in the dirt. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time on the homestead.